Okay, double upload, as you might have noticed, because I missed out on uploading on Saturday. It is what it is. How many hours does an appointment setting or high ticket sales position require? I get this question quite a lot, so I thought I'd answer it in a couple minutes. So the answer is it depends. Don't click off just yet. I know it's the answer you don't want to hear, but trust me, just bear with me. It depends, and the more the better. So that's the answer you don't want to hear, but it's true. It all depends on the company you apply for, how they operate, how long their sales calls take, what's their sales framework like if you're talking about high ticket closing position. If you're talking about appointment setting, it doesn't really matter, because if they're giving you hours as to how many hours you need to do appointment setting for, that's kind of weird, because all you need to do at the end of the day is hit the KPIs. Did you clear the inbox or not? Did you send X amount of follow-ups a day or not? If you didn't, then that's not good. But if you did, I don't care if it took you 1 hour, I don't care if it took you 9 hours, as long as you did it, that's completely fine. So time doesn't really matter for appointment setting, because all you're doing is sending and replying to DMs, really. So that's out the way. In terms of sales though, it does matter a bit more, because this time you're going to be hopping on Zoom calls and speaking to potential clients. If we think about it this way, a sales call is usually, it varies a lot, but because you could close a deal within 5 minutes. You could have a really hot lead, you close in 5 minutes, and you get the money in your bank. But let's say on average, a sales call takes 30 to 60 minutes. And then if you're doing like 2 to 3, let's say 3 to 4 of these a day, actually realistically, you should probably be having like 4 to 5 a day. So we're talking about 2 to 4 hours, anywhere between 2 to 6 hours a day of work. 2 is kind of on the low end, I'll be honest. But we'll say 2 to 6 hours a day. So in a week, that's going to be around 12 to 36 hours a week. Obviously, you can have more, you can have less, but that's around the range there. So tying in with an average job, basically, maybe a bit less. So that's another good thing about a remote closing or remote setting, is probably doesn't take as long as a 9 to 5, which is like 8 hours usually. But anyway, yeah, we're saying about 12 to 36 hours a week. So what you could do is, if you're building your big business, because I spoke to a guy the other day about this, he's trying to build an e-com business, but it's still like in the R&D stage. He's testing different products. It's nothing crazy yet. There's nothing wrong with that. And he was looking into high ticket sales. Like, should I get a high ticket sales position in the meantime, Matt, or should I just go all in on drop shipping or Shopify or whatever he's doing? So I broke this down for him, and I told him what he can do is, in the meantime, because it takes about 6 to 8 hours of his day for the e-com. What he can do in the meantime with his spare time is he could just go on my last video and look at Facebook groups, look on Instagram, reach out to his existing network for people who are looking for appointment setters or closers, and land gigs through there, like commit to the volume. And it will only take like 30 minutes to 2 hours max a day doing this. And then if he does that, if he follows the footsteps, then he is going to land a gig. Like, it's pretty much guaranteed, because the volume is in his favor. It's pretty much guaranteed he's going to get an interview and get placed on an offer. So what he could do is, he could run his e-com store, and then he could be doing his appointment setting or remote closing on the side. Obviously, appointment setting is a bit more time flexible. However, more of the big bucks is going to be in remote closing. So if he has the schedule, I told him if he can carve it out, which he can, which is fine, then remote closing is the way to go. Plus, sales is a recession-proof skill. It'll make you recession-proof, because life is about sales. Life is about convincing. It's about human psychology. It's about persuasion. So the sooner you learn sales, the better equipped you're going to be for life's challenges ahead. But back to the original question, how many hours does appointment setting or high ticket sales position require? We're talking about this usually. Again, take it with a grain of salt. It's going to depend on the type of company that you apply for, but we're looking at about this. And the good thing is, you can easily supplement it with you could easily supplement it with your job. You can supplement it with another business you're trying to build. Do I recommend it though? Not really. I'd recommend you focus on one thing at a time. I'm a big advocate for focus. So best case scenario is you put that thing on pause, or you quit your job, or you do whatever, you go all in on this, you stack a bunch of cash because you went all in on it, and you got really good at sales in the process. And then the good thing is, with high ticket sales and appointment setting, you don't have to be married to it. A lot of people are asking, hey, so can I actually do e-com? Can I build my clothing brand? Can I get into real estate? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You don't have to be married to becoming a closer for the rest of your life until you're 80. But if you want to, you can. But you don't have to be married to it. So it could literally just be a stepping stone, just a way of building capital, stacking up cash. And then when that's doing really well, and when you feel like you're at a point where you can just, okay, I think I'm good. I want to go all in on my passion project, on my real estate, on my e-com store, on my clothing brand, whatever it is. If I want to go all in on that, and I've got a plenty of cash because I stacked it because of this, then I'm ready to make the leap. I'll leave this position and then I'll go all in, use the capital I earned from this and the sales skills I learned from this. So that's the good thing about it. This is a big bonus for people. If you're watching this, if they never knew this, you don't have to be married to sales or appointment setting. Just use it as a stepping stone so you can get closer to your goals, because before you wouldn't be able to do it. Maybe because you needed capital, you needed money to help fund it. But now you have the money, now you can fund it, now you can invest in mentors because of this original move that you made, being applying for sales or appointment setting position. So if you got value out of this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you're new to the channel. And if you feel like you got a friend who is trying to get into this as well, share this with them. Share my channel with them, share this with them so they get a better understanding of how many hours it requires to get into such a high leverage, highly profitable opportunity. So, and if you're serious, again, link is in the description to book a one-on-one call with the team. If you are serious about getting into this, getting fully trained, getting a guaranteed placement, etc., etc. There's more detail down below, but anyways, the link is there. Send this to your friend if they're confused, and I will see you in the next video.